Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been about 2 weeks since I posted anything on the boat. I've just been super busy with it and getting things done. I just kind of focusing more on that than posting a video. A lot of the stuff I've done, you've already seen, so I wasn't gonna video it. I did the same thing for the starboard side that I did the port side. But let me flip you around here and show you what I've got accomplished. So I've got all the deck plates in. I've done a lot of work. I mean, I am really close. I really don't even know where to start to show you everything I've accomplished. So I've got the deck plates in up in the bow. So pretty much the bow is ready for epoxy. I need to paint the inside of the bilge, and then I'm going to epoxy the deck plates down. So I've got everything epoxied and glassed in. It's sandy right now. I got to take and clean it, and this is all going to get painted in the inside. I'll put the rod tubes in once I get it all painted, and then I will silicone those in so they'll be nice and tight. This is the lip that I built for the hatches. So I've done the port side and the starboard side, and it's turned out really nice. That lays in. So these are my hatch doors. Got a nice little lip in there. I'm gonna come back in and use a Total Fair epoxy and just trim this, clean this lip in. And what that do, it will seal it. Because I've only glassed the bottom, but I don't want to raise the inside up too much because I'm going to put a little sill in this for the hatch. So I can't build it up too much, but this should work out really well. Same thing on the other side. This is the port side. Everything's glassed in. I've glassed in the center between each compartment. Laid another sheet of 1708. To strengthen it up. So for the bow, that is pretty much it that I need to do. I need to take and epoxy these in, and then, well, I need to paint first. I need to paint the bilge areas up here, and then epoxy them in. And then the last thing I got to do up on the bow is the deck plates that go right in here. So I have to build those up. That'll be one of the last things that I do. Right now I'm just still working on the outside, the port and starboard side. I'll take you to the back now and show you what the back looks like. So I'm doing the same thing, but for these fish boxes back here, but I'm insulating them with a Kuzo board, and I cut in my drains. And I'm going to have my macerator pumps, one for each side. I haven't epoxied this down yet, but I'm using the structural putty from Total Boat, and I'm structural puttying this down, and then I'm going to come back in and glass over it. Same thing for this one. I glued this one down last night, and I glued in my drain right there. I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to take my Dremel tool and grind this down to make a nice little, slope to this drain, and then glass it in so it all looks, very fit and finished, and it drains really well. I took 2 boards here and combined them to fill this box in, but all this will get glassed in, and then the lid and stuff will go on the top of it. So the lids are right there. I've already glassed them in yesterday. I just got to sand them and grind them and then put them in. And then once I get those in, then I'll be able to do the tanks. I've got everything pretty much I need for the tanks except some fittings. Once I get the deck plates in, then I will, and glassed in and epoxied, then I will take in and put it in my fuel tanks. I already have my deck plates over the fuel tanks built. Really, for the deck portion, that is about it. Like, I'm really close. I'm really close to being done with the boat, like for all the glass work anyway. You can tell I've been steady at it, getting down to the very end here of getting the deck back in, and It's been a really cool process. I've learned a lot with it, and very thankful the way it's coming together. I'm really, really excited to get back on the water with her. We already started booking trips. We're opening our season up May the 1st. We'll start fishing before then. I really hope to pray to have this boat in the water by January, February at the latest. But we're going to take some time, do some commercial fishing, fun fishing, and then just kind of work any kinks and stuff out and get the boat what I really want, the way I want it. Once I put it back in the water, I'm going to get my line for my bottom paint, as well as I'm going to put in my bow thruster up here. But before I put the bow thruster in, I want the boat to sit in the water for a few days and see how it sits, because I've changed the weight of the boat and I don't know exactly how it's going to sit in the water. So I want to make sure that I have a good water line, so that way when I install my bow thruster, I know it's under the water, you know, when I'm at an idle speed or no, you know, basically no wake speed. Let's see. I think that's about it. Really to kind of catch up with what we got going on here. Once I get these deck plates and stuff in, there's still some stuff in the side, like in the center here, that I'm going to do. This area right here is going to get closed in, and I'm going to put a floor in this, so we'll have a bilge area, and then I'm going to put in a hatch right here to get to the bilge, and as well as I got to cut in a plug here and a plug there to drain the port side and starboard side. I've already got it. It came in the mail. It's just 1-inch brass inserts with 1-inch plugs. So I'm gonna bore those out and then just 5200 them in, and that way I can drain both sides of the boxes, and you'll never have any water issues like I had before. Which basically caused all the water damage. That there was no way, and you got to have a way to drain, you know, the each side of these boxes. So I'm going to put those drains there into the drain. At least turned out pretty good. I just gotta sand them down and grind them, and then go ahead and get them laid in there. So once I get all the hatches on the port and starboard side done, then I'm gonna switch over here and I'm gonna do the center hatches. So I gotta do this one. I'm just gonna clean this up, re-glass it on the inside and outside. And then I've got these 3 deck plates. 2 of these deck plates are gonna become one, and then the other one's going to be for the life jacket box. Well, that's what I've been doing for the last 2 weeks. It's been a lot of work, but it's coming together really well. I'm going to start grinding and sanding this down. All right, guys. Well, I got my deck plates in here. They actually fit like it was made for it. That's pretty cool. It's nice when a plane comes together. This is the port side, and that's the starboard side over there. They fit pretty well. These will get epoxied in, and then they'll get glassed around the edges. And this will be open for my deck plate over the fuel tank. Same thing, this will get epoxied down and then glassed around it, and then filled in around the edges. Now I'm gonna epoxy this in as well, and then glass it. I'll make this one solid piece. I'm actually gonna bring this up, this little lip, I'm gonna bring this up and slide in the through hole for the water drain. It always collects a little bit of water right here, so I'm gonna bring it up so where it naturally flows out easier, so it doesn't collect water right there. It's always a pain in the butt, and it always gets algae and nasty, you know, trash in there, so I'm gonna set it up to where it flows out a little bit better. Same thing for this other side. I'm gonna build it up where the water will flow out. I ordered more stuff last night that I have to get in. I ordered enough materials last night that should finish the project out with like the glass work and stuff like that. So I already have all my paint already. So once I get everything glassed in, then I can start painting, you know, prepping the paint, you know, sanding, and I'll go through the whole process. That's a whole other beast. But that honest with you, that would be a lot funner to do than all those glass work that I've been doing. I'm looking forward to that, actually starting to see it come together. But what I have done so far, it looks really good. I'm very happy the way it turned out. This is the first big project I've done like this, and especially by myself. The last Shamrock I did, I paid to have it painted and some glass work done on it. I didn't do anything to that boat like I've done to this boat. This boat has been completely gutted and you know, built with Kusa board from the hull up. So overall, she's turned out really well. A custom Shamrock. Get my motor cleaned up. I'm going to pull these batteries out. I'm going to replace these batteries and clean this bilge and paint this bilge and stuff. I've already winterized the motor just because it's starting to get cooler here in North Carolina. I got to change the oil and then kind of clean it back up. And then I don't know if I'm going to change the spark plugs or not. I'm going to see. I might go ahead and change the spark plugs. Might just run it and see how it runs. But the motor only has like 200 hours on it. It's a jam up motor. So I'm excited to get it back in. The way the console plugs in, it just plugs in with 3 plugs on each side. So getting the console all that put back together is actually pretty easy on this boat. So the next big step that I have to do with the deck plates is get my brackets drilled in and glassed into the deck plates for over the fuel tanks. That's what's going to support the console and the leaning post. So that's pretty much the next big step that I have to do. Once I get everything secured down where it needs to be, then I will take it back to Yachts and have them put the console back on it, trace out where everything needs to go, then take the console off, bring the boat back here, and glass everything and mark everything needs to, you know, attach the brackets when they need to go. All right, so I'm just going to keep messing with the little things that I can mess with till more material comes in. But that kind of gives you a good idea where we are. Overall, she's coming together really, really smooth. I'm going to start cutting materials for the inside, deck plates that will go on the inside. I got to raise them up 1 inch to come flush with the deck plates here and there. I got to raise it up 1 inch. So I'll start cutting the Kusa board and the glass that I need for that, and then hopefully either tomorrow or Monday I'll have my my stuff to glass it and epoxy it. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. You have a blessed day. All right, that should give me enough to get to the bow done. I needed 30 feet roughly up there in the very center of the bow, so that should give me what I need to kind of trim that in, and I'll start kind of. It's going to have to be cut down a little bit more, but at least gives me something to work with, and I can start to work with. So one piece at a time, but she's coming along. This is the back center deck plate. I'm going to go ahead and clean this up. This had the fish box in it, so I'm going to grind all this down, sand it, and then re-glass it. And then I have to build it up 1 inch around the sides. All right, so that's next. I got this one sanded down. I'm going to have to raise it up, and I'm going to total fair it in and make it real flush. But this one's pretty much ready to go to get finish up. What I'm doing next, I'm going to work on the front deck, the center plates for the front deck. I'm going to work on those next. These two pieces right here, I'm going to take and epoxy them together and build one big door for the coffin box. My angle cooler will sit on this. It's a 320. It'll go on top of this and tie in on this big door right here. I did the same thing on my last 26 and it worked really well. So that's kind of the next step. Alright, well, I'm working on the center plates up here in the bow. I've got the 3 plates. I'm making one plate and then having one over the box right here that I'm sitting in. These 2 lids are going to get epoxied together. Well, I have to raise them up 1 inch. So right now I'm just kind of getting my spacing, and I'm getting my measurements for my 1 inch board to raise them up. So they'll have basically a 1x2 all the way around the side and then around the edges underneath of it to raise the boards up to make them flush. And then all this will get total faired in and then smoothed out, so it'll be real smooth just like the rest of the deck. And then I'll come in with my tough coat once we're done there. But right now it's just about getting it raised up to there so it's flush. Probably gonna fill all this in and then just put a couple drain holes in the back of it so all the water drains into the bilge. Still figuring out, portion out exactly how I want to drain the water. It's a little different than what was before. I definitely won't have the same drain system as that I had, but I will be able to drain the water back into the hole and then get it out, with the bilge pump. All right, we'll keep moving forward. I've epoxied these 2 deck plates together for the coffin box. flip you around here so you can see. Just epoxied them on this little trim right here, and then I'm going to come back in and lay 1x2s all the way around, and that's going to give it extra support, and it'll be glassed on the bottom and the top. But this is just give me some solid epoxy to set it in and hold it tight. And this will make it really nice and tight. When I work on it, it'll be one board, and then I can build it up, and then I'm going to layer glass on it, as well as a 1x2s out of the Kuza board that I laid out there. And she'll be pretty stout. It's going to be pretty heavy door, insulated as well with Kuza board. So it's going to be pretty nice for the coffin box for the Ford.